Hello everybody, I hope you're well today. It's November 27th, 5 o'clock in the morning. I hope you're doing well. I'd like to thank everybody for their comments on my last video, especially the evolutionists. I apologize if the term evo-head and evolutionary crap was offensive to you, but you have to admit it's not as offensive as the words many atheists use against Christianity. Now, I'd like to point out, however, that if you would have read the information portion below of the video that you remarked to, you'll see that I do not want to debate you in the comments section. If you want to debate the issues, PM me and we will discuss how we can perform a proper debate about this issue. So far I have not had to block any of you. Thank you for being reasonably respectful. I do not expect people to believe me. I do not demand that people agree with me. And I only block rude and vulgar people, which cannot control their foul language. I have noticed that only a couple of you actually answered the question I asked. And the rest of you decided to argue. I get arguments such as 99% of scientists believe in evolution. I did not know science was a popularity contest. If it was, Galileo was wrong. Think about it. You do not need to educate me on evolution. If you would have watched the video carefully, you would have known that I was a staunch evolutionist at one time. I have studied it. I do understand the topic and know what I'm talking about. Spontaneous generation, which is now called abiogenesis or chemical synthesis, I can't pronounce that right, is not scientific. In order for something to be scientific, it must be observable. It must be observable. It must be testable. It must be predictive. That I grant you, it has some of that. And it cannot, something else comes along that shows that it's wrong, then it is wrong. When we get into the argument about evolution, I always get pointed out about how things change. Creation belief does not dispute change over time, that different kinds of animals can emerge, or different species can emerge from the kinds of animals which exist. But nowhere has it been evident, nor proven, nor observed one kind of animal turning into another totally different kind of animal. Now you might argue the zebra horse argument, but any 3-year-old could tell you they're the same kind of animal. Find that the definition for species, what makes a species, is widely varied depending upon which source you go to define what a species is. Commonly it is a group of animals which can breed, interbreed, and pass on their offspring is species. Once they can no longer interbreed and have offspring, they are no longer considered the same species. That does not mean they're not the same kind of animal. But then to take that, which is observable and known scientifically, without a doubt, No one disputes this. But then to take that and then to make the great leap that everything came from the same single-celled organism which popped out of some chemical soup millions of years ago is a leap of faith. Because it takes faith to believe in such a thing, that makes it a religion, whether you like it or not. Because that's what a religion is. That requires a belief, that requires faith. Now you can show me all your assumptions that you want, all your fancy little drawings showing how it could work, but until you can prove it through testable science, it's still just a belief. The complexity of even the smallest and simplest cell is not simple. The smallest virus is more complex than the largest city on earth. Yet you want us to believe that this just somehow came into being when everything in nature is opposed to it. How miraculous. How convenient that it happened billions of years ago and only once, so it cannot be observed or tested. This makes it unscientific, by the way. And just because 99% of the scientists, which I disagree with that figure, believe in it, does not make it so. Like I said in the first of this, science is not a popularity contest. At the time of Galileo, 99% of the scientists believed in the crystal spheres and the Earth was the center of the universe. That has been proven wrong, has it not? Evolution will also be proven wrong. It has already. It's actually a Bronze Age myth. It comes from the ancient Sumerians and Greeks, which has been dusted off and rehashed. It has a new scientific theory or belief. Abiogenesis has been disproven more than 200 years ago. Life cannot come from non-life. It is a law. It is a law of science that life can only come from life. Get over it. If you want to change the law, then you have to prove your point. Making a bunch of fancy words and drawing a bunch of pictures which cannot be demonstrated in real life is not proof of anything but your own desire to believe it. If you wish to debate this, I'm willing to debate you, but not in the comment section, as I said before. If you want to debate, PM me and we will set up a debate. I'm not here to argue with you. You have the right to believe as you will, but you don't have a right to teach it to our children and have my tax dollars to pay for it if it is not real science. Now, a lot of you are going to argue that evolution has nothing to do with how life came into existence. Well, if that's the case, then you should join me in asking that the textbooks in our schools be changed, because that is what the textbooks teach in our schools. There is one thing, however, that evolution in creation believes in and it agrees with, that life was made from the dust of the earth, that life first came from the ocean. How it did this is what is different, and both require faith and the belief in something that cannot be proven through science. You cannot observe the invisible God, but you can know that there is a God through His creation. You cannot prove that life came from non-life. It's as simple as that. You want to debate, I'm willing. Like I said, PM me and we will discuss it. I will not debate you in the comment section. Make your comments kind. I will not block you unless you are rude or vulgar. If you attempt to assault my character, you are blocked. Do not deal with such people. I have no use for you. You do not want the truth. You do not want others to know the truth. Trying to defame my character will not change the truth. Now, I admit that I don't know everything, and that I can be wrong at times. I do make mistakes as a human. So do you. Having a bunch of letters after your name doesn't make you smarter than anybody else. It just shows that you can regurgitate the information that's crammed in your brain, and that you had enough money to go to college. It does not prove your intelligence. And wisdom is something that cannot be taught. It's something that is learned through experience. It's been a fun experience. Have a good day, everybody. Peace, love, and understanding be with you.